Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and JD Vance, potential vice presidential candidate, is putting on a clinic on how to deal with left-wing media that wants to subvert the narrative. Let's go.
Donald Trump had a better night on Thursday during that debate by many measures.
Yep.
But according to our poll, he fell short on at least one of them. Fewer voters thought the former president was truthful compared with President Biden. Mr. Trump falsely claimed states are passing legislation to execute babies. I think you know that killing people is illegal in every state. He falsely claimed that the Speaker of the House at the time turned down 10,000 soldiers that he had offered to keep the peace ahead of January 6th, something his own acting Secretary of Defense testified to Congress did not happen. If he has such a strong platform, why make false claims?
Well, Morgan, I think the media is running interference on a lot of this stuff. We all know, and Nancy Pelosi herself has admitted on camera that she could have requested more National Guard troops. She bears some responsibility for the fact that they weren't there at the Capitol. We know that the multiple Democratic governors and states and even some Democratic senators and congressmen have tried to pass laws that would effectively legalize abortion up until the moment of birth. And most importantly, we know that the media seems totally uninterested in fact-checking Joe Biden from any of the number of false claims that he made.
You know, I've lost track, sir. I've been told the media's on every single side of this and everything's our fault. But let's get back to the candidate you're here to talk about. Chris Miller said 10,000 troops. He was never ordered by the president to send those to the Capitol that day.
Nancy Pelosi has said on camera, Margaret, that she bears some responsibility for the fact that the National Guard didn't play a bigger role. And of course, we know the Speaker of the House has an extraordinary amount of influence over the Capitol Police. It's not in dispute, Margaret. And more importantly, Joe Biden said that no troops died on his watch, even though 13 American service members died thanks to his botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. Joe Biden made multiple statements of falsehood during the debate, and a lot of folks in the media, yes, seem totally uninterested in fact-checking him. And the reason, Margaret, is because Donald Trump just performed so much better. There was this 24-hour period where effectively everyone was honest, that there was an incredible contrast between Donald Trump's energy and command of the facts and Joe Biden's obvious inability to do the job as president. And now, of course, we've trained this new media cycle where folks are trying to run cover. Look, the American people saw what they saw. Trump can do the job. Biden can't.
Y'all, I'm shocked that they allowed this little rant by JD Vance. He is on point on every single issue, and I want to address all of them. Let's start off with the abortion debate. Republicans have pointed out on numerous occasions that Democrats seemingly want to and will even back ridiculous anti-life laws that would even allow the abortion of babies just born. Ralph Northam, who used to be the governor of Virginia, openly admitted this on a radio interview. This was caught on camera. It's plain for the world to see. Democrats are willing to believe in this sort of ridiculous infanticide. It's insane. It is an insane policy, and they're willing to back it. Now, this doesn't really happen in real life, but Republicans are merely pointing out that, wait, y'all supported this. Y'all were okay with this. Y'all didn't even push back on this. Y'all, times are rough. Record inflation is still not under control. We have a president who doesn't know what planet he's on. And the Federal Reserve continues to make dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision. You can gamble on Wall Street all you want, but if you want to diversify and protect your wealth, you need to look into my friends over at Colonial Metals Group. These amazing experts understand how to keep your wealth safe and protected from the volatility of our current market. And there's even a great deal for first-time accounts. Free gold and silver-backed IRA accounts, insurance on whatever precious metals you happen to buy for 5 years, up to $7,500 worth of silver, and a nice safe for you to keep all this good stuff in. So go take a look at their website, link in the description below, or call the phone number below so you can talk personally to Paul Stone, CEO, and his amazing team of experts to protect your wealth today. It's just an insane notion that for some reason Democrats are willing to believe in. I'm not saying that it is actual policy. I'm saying that it exists. So, next point. Nancy Pelosi. I used to admire her politically because I can admit that when a person is beating me bloody, is beating me bloody. And I saw how well that she was able to keep her own caucus in control to vote for a bill that they didn't like. They did not like Obamacare. And they pushed it on the American people anyways, but Nancy Pelosi got her marching orders from the president and managed to pass a bill in a contentious time in American politics. She's responsible for Obamacare. And I have to at least give respect to that. However, where I lost all my respect for her was when she knew and was briefed that, hey, there was going to be a really big rally held at the Capitol on the day you basically vote to say, yes, this election is secure and we are voting for this election. She, in her big brain moment, refused. And the reason that she refused to properly secure the Capitol, it was not, by the way, is because deep down she wanted that day to happen. She wanted to wave the bloody flag, so to speak. Sorry, wave the bloody shirt. That's the right phrase. She wanted to wave the bloody shirt in front of American people and say, hey, this terrible thing happened at our Capitol building. Instead of taking direct responsibility and protecting better from a potential attempt to riot at a Capitol building, she had less security come in. She could have had the National Guard. She could have had more protections. She could have ultimately prevented the whole thing. But no, she wanted that to happen. So she could wave the bloody shirt to the American people, and particularly through the American media, which, by the way, wants to support, the vast majority of it wants to support Democrats and their agenda. Why is this? Well, it actually starts with Fox News. Fox News got its start in the 90s, early 90s, and they realized that there was a better way to run a network. And there's a whole bunch of people that aren't being catered to in media. That network, the Fox News network, then got Roger Ailes to show up, and he basically outlined the opinion of the day, so to speak. And every single broadcaster was supposed to talk about this media narrative and in a certain light in order to engage American conservatives. Well, the left-wing media looked at this, realized, oh crap, we have competition here. We need to do this ourselves. And so they did. They copied the model, and Fox News is just Fox News. It's about, I'd say, 30% of cable news media. The rest of the media, for the most part, is hardcore leftist. And I mean hardcore. I'd say about 65%, with another 5% going to other conservative outlets. 65% of our media that the rank and file American still subscribes to for some asinine reason will go along with. So I am shocked that this host allowed J.D. Vance to break the veil for a few minutes. Maybe it's because they believe that if J.D. Vance tells the truth, the people will assume it's a lie. That's my ruling theory. But deep down, I am very discouraged about that fact. We need truth in our media. We need people who aren't going to allow the ridiculous narrative that Joe Biden is an okay candidate, that his policies have made America better. These people have been running point for him and essentially lying to the American people. That he is lucid, that he's intelligent, and his policies work. None of these things are true. We saw this in the debate. He couldn't even handle 90 minutes of debate time, which is ironic because he was out in the Waffle House and much more lucid later. It's a really weird and bizarre thing to watch. But ultimately, the sad truth is J.D. Vance is telling the truth to an audience who will refuse to listen to him because they have been pumped full of propaganda for most of their lives. They now believe this to their core. It is a sad thing to think that our free speech has been undermined this way. And it's why I despise the vast amount of media outlets. CBS, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CNN, I forgot to mention them, the New York Times, the Washington Post. These news outlets knew Joe Biden was out of his mind and out of his league, and even wrote stories ahead of time to get ahead on this issue. They know, and they will lie to you. Or worse, give you half-truths. Because a liar knows the truth. Someone who spews half-truths have forgotten where they put it. I think that is a bit worse. And these people will give you both half-truths and lies in order to maintain their propaganda facade. And it needs to come crashing down. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on Politbro. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.